Hey everybody, I'm back. We're talking Transformers 3 today. One of my passions is Transformers, and I love being a girl who knows what it's all about. So we're going to start here. Transformers 3, we're going to talk about some rumors, we're going to talk about some car changes, we're going to talk about some mechs, and we're going to talk about the lack of fembots and how that's disturbing. So let's get started. Transformers 3, Dark of the Moon. In the book Ghosts of Yesterday by Mr. Alan Dean Foster, we learned that the Ark is actually on the moon and that Prime, Ironhide, Jazz, and Ratchet left it there. So it's been there for, let's say, first movie, and the second movie came 2 years after. Depending on how many years after the third movie comes from the second movie, it's been up there a few years. In people terms, it's been up there a little bit. And I'm waiting for the next prequel novel to come out because I'll read it and give you guys the lowdown. I'm pretty certain the Ark is on the moon. And the Ark is undefended right now. It is alone between Earth and the Autobots and the Decepticons and the Nemesis, which are farther out in space between the areas of Mars and Saturn. And it's going to be a huge fight. This is going to be a long film. Long. They are filming so much. And I don't know if that's because they're going to do a theatrical release and possibly an IMAX extended like they did with the first film. Although that was crap. That was 8 minutes I didn't need to see. It wasn't relevant at all. I don't know if they'll do an extended director's cut or what, but this is massive. They've been doing a lot of filming. A lot. And with things coming around and what's going down, we have to understand that things are happening fast. The wreck in DC with Bumblebee and the police cruiser has set things back a little bit. But that wreck gave us a lot of video. It gave us a lot of things we didn't know. A lot of things we didn't see up close. Sideswipe is a convertible, and we got a really good shot of him. There's one angle that shows him pulling up, backing up, and pulling behind Ratchet, and it's a good angle. He looks gorgeous. He's beautiful looking for a Chevy. And we also see Skids and Mudflap, two black Chevy Sparks with their corresponding color stripe, and they aren't bad at all. They're a lot more twin-like. They're a lot more together-ish. I still think that we should have just ditched them, and if we wanted twins, we should have just brought Sideswipe and Sunstreaker in. Because why wouldn't you? They're the first bots you think of when you think Transformer twins. Alright, let's move on. First character, Megatron. What a makeover! The Mack truck. And a lot of people are saying, oh, he looks awful! Why would he look like that? And he looks terrible. I want to see him transformed. Because the thing we've been seeing is a Cybertronian tank. We've been seeing him in his Cybertronian mode in both movies. This is an Earth terrestrial guise, and I would love to see what he looks like with all that. I would like to think he looks more like our classic Megatron. But Megatron in Revenge of the Fallen got his ass kicked. And in the end, he lost. He was lucky to escape with his life at that point. And he was dismayed. Like, no. You know, it took Starscream going, we got to get out of here. Stop being in shock. Let's go to get out. And this is a case of Megatron pulling a Castaway. He's gone away. He's licked his wounds. He let himself go a little bit. And now he's back. And I don't know necessarily if Megatron's back for the reasons we think he is. This may not even be Megatron. This may be a third instance where Autobots and Decepticons have to kind of amend their little disagreement and go together to fight something bigger. But we don't know. We don't have a script leak. We don't have story leak or a synopsis. So this is just a guess. This craply chosen alternative form may be a kickback to you have to have an alternative form. Well, I'll just pick anything. I don't care what I look like. But he looks good. He looks good, I gotta say. I like it. It's very Megatron. The The extra caps on top of the stacks look great, and there's the rust everywhere. He's fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, next body. Next person. The fire truck. Who is it? You say Inferno, and you say Sentinel. I'm going to go with the security guard on the set and say that it's Sentinel. I don't think they would call him anything else moving him. Is he Optimus's father? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think Hasbro, the writer, or the director want to get into explaining Transformer familial structures. I really highly doubt they want to do that. It's easier to just leave them organic, technologic beings in an army. And that serves to close that conversation of how are they born? We don't want to answer that. Okay. My thing is, I think it's Sentinel. Sentinel Prime. The predecessor to Optimus Prime, who gave Optimus the Matrix, who passed the Matrix to Optimus. Sentinel is alive, retains his title Prime, and is coming back as a mentor, as a guidance for Prime, because Prime in the past few films has been so, I mean, he is strong in his conviction, but he's so afraid to do something wrong. He wouldn't go to a human boy and ask for his help if he didn't feel he couldn't do it. And for Prime, who is a pedestal character, a character we put up on high pedestals, that's a big thing. So I think that the Sentinel's been brought in to replace that need for a human to boost Prime. This is a mentor who's going to help Prime through this, and it's going to be important that he does. The Wreckers, bring it on. I'm thinking, now don't quote me on this. This is just my opinion. I'm thinking Red Alert, I'm thinking Springer, and I'm thinking Wheeljack. Now, I know there's a lot of speculation that the Mercedes is Wheeljack, but we'll see. I would like to see the Wreckers be those three characters, because Wheeljack is not just a scientist. He's a capable fighter. I would like to see him with the Wreckers. Even though he was never a member of the Wreckers team, I know that. You can throw flags all you want, but I would love to see it. Next up on my list. Who's next? Oh, Rush! Rush is a Ferrari. We don't know who he is. We don't even know if Rush is a boy or a girl. Rush, for all we know, Rush is a fembot. For all we know. I'm just leaving it at that. They're all saying he this, he that. And I go, they are just saying the Ferrari's name is Rush. And I'm not even going to chance that by saying that's a boy or a girl. So I'm not going to personify it yet. Rush is a Ferrari. Rush is red. Rush is gorgeous. And I think always on Bumblebee's tail. And if you look at all the pictures, Rush is always on Bumblebee's tailpipe. Always. So Bumblebee and Rush will have a lot of scenes together with the twins, I'm pretty sure, leaving Sideswipe with Optimus, Ratchet, and Ironhide. Ironhide's the only one who didn't get a cosmetic makeover, honestly. When I look at pictures of Ironhide, I really don't see any major glaring differences between the films. Optimus got a refrigerator truck. What is with the refrigerator truck? And my theory, you know, in the first film, how were they keeping Megatron? On ice. When they captured Bumblebee, they iced him. There's a possibility that Prime's trailer is for Decepticon transport after capture. It's cold. It's got a refrigerator thing. That's altered. I don't think that tiny little refrigerator thing on the back of that trailer is going to keep a Decepticon on ice. But that is a possibility. That's an idea I want to throw out there for discussion. And what do you think? Do you think Prime is hauling around captured Decepticons in his trailer? Or not? Wheelie. I'd love to see Wheelie back again. They say he's back. I haven't seen an RC car in pictures, but I'm hoping he is. He was the most pleasant surprise of Transformers 2. He was a little crude, but he was more real than a lot of the others. You know, that was my eye, you know, like, what are you doing? He had a lot more sense than Skids and Mudflap. And even though I don't want Skids and Mudflap to be back, they are, so I'm accepting it. I would rather see more Wheelie. Hands down. So, that's all I'm going to talk about today. We'll get back to talking about the Mercedes in a little bit. I will come back to discuss some new toys I've picked up. And we will get back to it as soon as we can. And thanks for watching. You guys have a great night. Bye.